What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We out here with a donation. This time we checking out Remember This NF. Now, the person who donated wanted me to specifically look at this video, and it's by the actual person that donated it. One looks like she made an actual lyric video, which is pretty cool, right? It's not every day I get to see some artwork and stuff from either my Patreons or my donators, but I'm super excited. We're taking a little pivot from my NF journey, and I'm not sure where in the album this song falls. Usually, oh, okay. It looks like we got a personal story on this, probably at the end, so we'll be sure to check that out. Anyways, let's go ahead, shut up, and turn it up.
Yeah, they say when you grow up, you'll understand when you're old. Guess I'm still a kid, I don't know if I'll ever let go of this. Say goodbye to the old me. We ain't friends anymore, you don't know me.
Real music.
I know I could die any moment. If I do, just remember that.
Handouts create lazy people I'm not impressed with. You want something in light, then why don't you go and get it?
All right, so I see what kind of video this about, but y'all better go ahead and get ready to brace it, right? I love that. Hands out, create lazy people. I'm not impressed with. You want something in life, then why don't you go and get it? See, especially in this type of society that we in, we get so caught up in kind of like the end result, right? That's all we see on the TV. We see everybody that's all pretty. We see people being so successful that what happens is that we get so obsessed with that we want to get there as fast as we can. You know what I mean? But there's a rapper on here that I follow. His name is Daddy Fat Snaps. Don't laugh. That's his name. I've grown used to it, and you will too. And he has a part in his Demon Slayer song, Tengen. I think that's what it was called. It's called Flashy. And he says, you want to ball like me? First, you got to learn to crawl like me. Then you got to learn to fall like me. And then you realize you are not at all like me. You know what I mean? So it's not necessarily a flex, right? It's just one of them things where you can't get to this specific place unless you go through these type of things. Very, very rarely do people get something handed to them out of nowhere without any type of hard work. You know what I mean? And if they do get it handed to them, you'll find that they weren't ready to handle everything that's come their way, you know? So yeah, okay. That's what kind of video this about to be. Let's get it.
Create lazy people I'm not impressed with. You want something in light, then why don't you go and get it? Actions speak louder than words do. It's pretty quiet, isn't it? Look at the world we live in, defined by comment sections.
Look at the world we live in, defined by comment sections. You will find that somebody might have a really, really strong opinion about something that they're observing, something that they're watching, and something like that. And then they'll go to the comment sections, and then all of a sudden their thoughts and their actions will be molded by whatever the most popular answer there is, by whichever one has the most likes. And how dare you speak against that, right? Because that person, even if they're in the right or even if they're in the wrong, has gathered enough of supporters, right? Because they obviously like to comment a whole lot, that if you go against them, if you go against the grain, then you're pretty much just going to get shut out, right? So that's what he means when he's saying that the world we live in is defined by the comment section. You know what I mean? So, okay.
Words do, it's pretty quiet, isn't it? Look at the world we live in, defined by comment sections. Surround yourself.
And then, of course, kind of the thing, actions speak louder than words, right? Right? Or do they? In today, man, come on.
With people that challenge how you think, not people that nod their head and act like they agree. Those people that cut you open just to watch you bleed. Always be yourself, not the person that you pretend to be. No.
Yo, NF. Every bar, my guy, every bar, we gonna make this a 15-minute reaction. Come on, y'all know I gotta say my stuff, bro. This is the reason why we continue to keep reacting to some NF. Look at that. Surround yourself with people that challenge how you think, right? What does this look like? This means somebody that's not gonna be a yes man. This means somebody that's gonna straight up tell you when your stuff is trash, no matter what your craft will be, right? And the biggest issue with this is, are you prepared? Are you prepared to handle that type of criticism, right? This is another reason why I love my wife so much. I can't tell you how many times I've made a beat, I've made a thumbnail. Hell, I've even went to her years ago when I was thinking of a channel name for my channel. And I'm telling you, my wife has probably hurt my feelings more than anybody on this world, anybody on this earth, because she's honest, because she's truthful with me, and because she challenges how I think. Those are the people that's going to sharpen you into a very, very strong iron so that you can handle these things as they come to you in life. I love this.
Just to watch you bleed, always be yourself, not the person that you pretend to be. No, these people gon' tell you that you will never make it. Then when you do, they gon' say they knew you were going places. That's just how it works. Next thing you know, you'll be overrated. Hearing people say they miss the old you, it's crazy, ain't it?
You got to learn how to kind of just tune that type of stuff out, man. That's just the thing. If there's always going to be naysayers, and bro, come on, man. Come on, baby. I'm just sitting here thinking about all the struggles and everything that I had to go through to make this channel what it is. You know, I record under a very, 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 very tight time crunch between my 9 to 5, my wife, and my kids. Half the reason why I speak the way I speak is to not disturb them. But those are obstacles that are put in front of me that I decided to push past, right? I'm telling y'all, if you ain't never seen nobody work hard for anything that they got right now, if you've been following my channel for a long time, you've been looking at it. You guys can't see the type of stuff, like the type of issues and stuff that I might have with this channel. There are some times where I get absolutely depressed, right? Because, you know, obviously I want my channel to do well. These days, it feels like I'm only creating videos for about 4,000 of you. And the rest of the other 96,000 of you either are not are dead subscribers, meaning that you ain't visited my channel in like months or weeks. But it can get depressing, you know, because I like to think I put everything into my videos. But you know, the outcome isn't always what you would like it to be. But that's just it. That's that right there. That's when you're supposed to keep pushing, when you're supposed to, when things are at the all-time low, when it feels like nothing that you are doing is working, is when you're supposed to push the hardest. It's easy to keep pushing when things are going good. What are you doing when when things are going down, right? That's why I say you got to work hard for this type of stuff. That's what it looks like.
Then you know you'll be overrated. Hearing people say they miss the old you, it's crazy, ain't it? And perfect people don't exist, so don't pretend to be one. I don't need passing them back from people for my achievements. When I die, I want to know that I live for a reason. Anyone can take your life, but not what you believe in. No.
Anybody could take your life, but not what you believe in. I can't remember who I was talking to. No, who I was listening to. And what they said was that if you want to see dreams die, you tell it to a small-minded individual, right? Now, why is that? Because in your head, when you have an idea, this is why imagination is like one of the most powerful things. When you have an idea in your head and you go bring it to somebody, what you have to realize is that nobody else can see that full picture other than you, right? Right? Nobody can see. So I like when he says anybody can take your life, but not what you believe in. That I live for a reason. Anyone could take your life, but not what you believe in. Because if you believe in it, right, then no matter who you tell, as long as you remain rooted in your thoughts and your goals, you are going to achieve them, right? But the minute that you start letting people come in and influence how your bigger picture, and that's the quickest way for it to die. So him saying this is like almost kind of like a hurrah, like they can't kill that, right? They are not the ones that's going to kill it, right? It's you that's going to kill it. At the end of the day, and this is a hard pill to swallow, you and only you are responsible for the choices that you decide to make in your life. That is a very, very tough pill to swallow. And the quicker that you realize that, the quicker you can keep moving. Come on.
Anyone can take your life, but not what you believe in. No.
Yeah, they say when you grow up, you'll understand when you're old. Guess I'm still a kid, I don't know if I'll ever let go of this. Say goodbye to the old me. We ain't friends anymore, you don't know me. I know I could die any moment. If I do, just remember.
Yeah, don't take opinions from people that won't listen to yours. And money's where you find happiness, you'll always be poor.
Sorry. Try to drink a lot of water. Got a problem with mucus and everything. If you ain't realized it, thank God. Anyways, love that. right? If money's where you find your happiness, you'll always be poor. Oftentimes, whenever I'm talking to people and I'm asking them, whenever you do, well, some people come up to me and they'll ask me like, hey, I want to make a successful YouTube channel, I want to make some money. And I tell them is that whatever you do, it's got to be from a point of passion. It has to be one of them things where you will do even if you ain't even making money from it, right? It has to be a highlight of your day. And I love reviewing music, and I'm pretty sure you guys seen this in like a lot of my videos. I really, really like what I do, right? And if I'm able to make some money for it, that'd be even great, right? I'd be able to provide my family. And now, as a reaction channel, I don't know if you guys know this, but we barely make any money. Most of what we react to, most of the popular stuff we react to, all gets copyrighted. It's to the point to where most of us are pretty much working for free, right? Because it's copyrighted. This song right here will be copyrighted. And any money it generates will go straight to NF. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. That's why copyright, he puts hard work into this. That's how things should be. You know what I mean? But that's just it. Like if I was in this, I can tell you this right now. If I was in this for the money, I would not be doing reaction channels. Reaction, especially music reaction channels. If you want to make money on YouTube, this is not the way to go about it. This is all pure passion. I would love to make some money for it. Who wouldn't want to be rewarded for their time? Do you go to your 9 to 5 for free? I don't think so, right? Technically, this is my 9 to 5, but it's pretty much a part-time job with the amount of hours that I put in. But I love this, right? And it's not, if money where your happiness always. It isn't just money when he says you'll always be poor. It's also emotionally you will be poor, right? So, okay.
There's some people that won't listen to yours. And money's where you find happiness, you'll always be poor. If you don't like the job you have, then what do you do it for? The cure to pain isn't something you buy at liquor stores. Nah, the real you is not defined by the size of your office. The real you is who you are when ain't nobody watching.
So the interesting thing about that part was back when I first started my channel, and you guys aren't going to find this video anywhere because I deleted it. No, I didn't delete it. When I lost my first channel, right, to some hackers or whatnot, and I started this second channel about 2 years ago, I had this thing that I like to call imposter syndrome, which essentially is you've been watching YouTube. Obviously, there, people who start YouTube channels for the most part probably been inspired by somebody else who had a YouTube channel. So you see that it's working for them. And then you start one up, and then, you might not know it, but then you start mimicking some of their own actions because you've seen that's what happens with them. But then you realize, all right, it ain't working. How come? Well, that's because you got to find something that nobody else has. And that's your personality. Now, the thing about me, like I'm aware of what my strengths are and I'm aware of what my weaknesses are. I'm a very emotive person. I've always been emotive. It's what made my sister laugh when she was young. My facial expressions, everything. I'm a bit goofy and a bit reserved as well. But I didn't start realizing that until I reacted to a Metallica song called One, right? That's always going to be a staple with this channel. It did numbers when I had my first channel. Now barely anybody's watched it. But it was at that moment when I realized what type of reactor that I was. It was at that moment that I understood how I could be myself in front of the camera. And now here I am. I've done all kinds of things. I've shown emotions. There's an actual video on here that you guys will never find where I actually literally broke down in tears because it moved me so much. You'll never find the video. Maybe I should go delete it. That is not a challenge. Don't go look for it. You're going to get me all embarrassed.
It's not defined by the size of your office. The real you is who you are when ain't nobody watching. You spend your whole life worried about what's in your wallet. For what? That money won't show up in your carpet. Yeah, anger's a liar. He ain't got no respect. I fell in love with my pain and I slept with my regrets. Happiness saw it happen, maybe that's why she up and left. Joy called me a cheater, said she ain't coming back. I've always had a problem with relationships, but that's what happens when you see the world through a broken lens. Mistakes can make you grow, that doesn't mean you're friends. Who you are is up to you, don't leave it up to them, no.
Hey,
Yeah, they say when you grow,
this is tough.
you'll understand when you're old. 'Cause I'm still a kid, I don't know if I'll ever let go of this. Say goodbye to the old me. We ain't friends anymore, you don't know me. I know I could die any moment. If I do, just remember
Yeah,
this.
they say you got in the music, you signed up to be hated. It's kind of weird because I don't remember signing my name up. Coming from people.
That's interesting. You got into music, you signed up to be hated, right? You signed up to be, he said, I don't remember signing my name up for nothing. That's people, that's interesting. That's people's perception of what it is when you get into music, is that they just automatically assume that, you know, the stigma with getting into music, that you're going to be hated, right? That's an assumption right there. He's like, no, I didn't sign up for that. I just came out here to bring some real music and everything. That's the stigma that you guys are attaching to me. I don't want to be hated. You know what I mean? I just want to make good music.
People that give advice but never take none. I like my privacy, but lately I feel it's invaded. I heard that life's too short, don't let it pass you by. We waste a lot of time crying over wasted time. It's not about what people think, it's how you feel inside. My biggest failures in life are knowing I never tried. I look at the world from a different angle. People change, even Satan used to be an angel. Think twice before you biting on the hand that made you. Don't believe what you believe just cause that's how they raise you.
I like that. Think twice before you biting on the hand that made you. So check this out. I'm telling you guys, I did a whole lot of research before I even started this channel. And one thing that I've learned, there was this other reaction channel that I used to follow, and I don't think they react. They don't put up stuff anymore. But one thing that I saw that I even thought to myself was a big no-no was that the reactor got mad. You know what I mean? Because his videos weren't performing the way that they were performing, but yet he had all these subscribers. He had all these people who already said yes to him and everything. He ended up quitting his channel and everything, but not before leaving like a really, really long post of how he was just so angry that people wouldn't show up for his stuff and everything. And I was sitting there thinking, like, that doesn't help anything, right? There's another way that you can kind of air your grievances about your channel. And I find for me, is to not take it out on you guys who sit here and sit through my commentary, which I very much appreciate. I'm a very commentative person, especially when I'm listening to something that affects me so heavy. And that's not the way to go about it. I find that it's better to kind of air those grievances with somebody else, right? Because that's just a simple moment of weakness. And you don't want that moment of weakness to tear down everything you spent years to build up, right? So when he says, think twice before you bite the hand that made you, right? I would not have this channel if it wasn't for you guys. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'll put in the work, but you guys are showing up. So, all right, this is already a 17-minute video. Let's keep it going.
Before you biting on the hand that made you. Don't believe what you believe just cause that's how they raise you. Think your own thoughts, don't let them do it for you. Say you want to drink, don't wait for people to pour it on you. Cut out the lies, stay close to people you know are loyal. Grab your own glass and fill it, don't let your fear destroy you.
That's hard. The more I picked up. Important to me, a ticking. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's heavy. This brother, 37. 2 more loved ones. Hard to bear. Oh my goodness. Stay alive for me. Oh, that's beautiful right there. You are loved. Yeah, see, and I feel like, you know, especially when it comes to NF, man, I've said this in countless reactions, man. I know his music is saving people's lives because he's doing something that very few people on his level is doing. You know, he essentially is saying, you know, skip all the money and everything. NF has a continuous story to tell, and he know. And the thing about it is that he said in a few of his videos that he never knew all of this would happen. He was just airing out. He was just talking about the type of things that was plaguing his mind. And because it was coming from a real place and not some money grabbing scheme or whatnot, people gravitate onto that. There is a song out there that NF has that's 100% relatable. I believe there's something relatable, even the inkiest bits that you could grab onto to help you kind of ease to your day. I mean, the amount of songs that I've heard from NF so far, most of them just go straight into the playlist because I know that it's going to be very, very, very hopeful to listen to. That and another band called Citizen Soldier, they do a very good job as well. So, the everybody go and check this. Go check the original video out. I'll leave the link in the description. Irma, that was a very beautiful story that you shared. Not beautiful, but you know what I mean. I'm sad for your loss and everything. I know that's very, very hard. I actually lost 3 grandparents to cancer, and my stepdad to cancer as well. So it's never easy. Not easy. Time does heal all, and I'm glad that we have this amazing artist NF to kind of help us through these dark times. So that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.